What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to B&B Toys. Today we're going to take a look at another G.I. Joe retro figure. This time it's Robert Graves, aka Grunt. Grunt looks really cool here. I love the way he looks, his colors. His face looks alright. We'll have to check that out a little more. I'm digging the accessories. These G.I. Joes seem to come with a lot. He's got a couple guns, knife, a backpack, helmet, stand as always, which I barely show. On the back, you can read a little bio about him. Let me zoom in. You could pause and read that. If you can, go ahead. Otherwise, let's turn this bad boy around and let's get this bad boy open. Grunt. All right, guys. So first thing we're going to look at here is his rifle here, which is M16A, whatever they call it nowadays. It's a very nice looking weapon. Very plain basic, but it's got very nice detail. I should say it's not that basic, to be honest with you. They did a really good job at this. I like that the handle up there is open. It fits in his hand well. As you see it, finger goes right in the trigger naturally. I really like this a lot. Yeah, it's very soft and flexible, but, you know, most Hasbro stuff is that's thin. So we'll put this aside. So the second one you got here is this pistol, which is really nice. I don't know what caliber it is, 44, 45 mag, whatever. But again, it's got really nice detail, very, not plain, but you know, it looks exactly like it should look. You can even see right there the notch where the safety would be too, which I think is really cool. And again, this fits in his hand very nicely. You can put the finger off the trigger or on the trigger if you can focus camera. And this one comes with a holster, so you can stick this right in a holster and it fits in there perfect. Not a big fan of these hanging out, but it is what it is. But it fits in there really nice. Doesn't feel secure, but it really is. So it holds it. All right, so now let's take a look at his knife here, which this is, I think these are around the same knives, but if I can focus on there, guys. I just think that the handles are different on each of them. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. So the green kind of matches the scheme that he's got going on here, which I think is really nice as well. I think the knife looks legit. For as far as detail, I think this thing is very detailed. And it does slide right in the sheath here. Just like that. I wish there wasn't this bag here, but it fits there, and I think that looks fine enough. I don't like that it's covering the pouch up in that, but it is what it is, man. I think it looks cool. It's a great addition and something nice to have. His helmet, which fits his head, which I actually do like his head. As you can see, it's just a regular helmet. Sometimes when you get these, you got to squeeze them a little, just like with the Black Series ones. And that fits on him. It fits pretty nice. As you can see, it fits right over the ear. So I think that looks really accurate instead of just seeing his hair there. And I think he looks really cool with the helmet on. I do prefer it off, but he is a grunt. And I'm not sure if you would army build these guys, but I'm sure you can. You can make these the G.I. Joe soldiers. So his last accessory besides the stand, which is here, just has his name on it. Same thing we've gotten probably 100 times before. Is his backpack, which is done really nice, but it's done in this shiny plastic, which I think is kind of a little weird because you want this to be a rough, but like a rough look, but I do like the texturing. The texturing's like that canvas, which it should be. It's just, it's a little too shiny, but it's plastic, so what can you do? And if you see, his back has a hole, and you just plug it right in, and let's see how it sits. Oh, wow. It sits very nicely, like you'd imagine it would sit. I think it looks good. Looks like it sits a little over on that side a little, but we're not going to get too picky about that. We're used to Hasbro doing stuff like that, but we really like the figures. Yeah, I think the backpack looks good. I would have liked a little detail, but again, this is a $12.99 figure. What more could you ask for? So as far as the figure goes, I do like this head sculpt. I don't know if they're trying to make him Irish or whatever, but I think it looks good, and I kind of like his eyebrows are uneven. I don't know if that's a, let me see if I can zoom. I don't know if that's a factory error or what, but I dig it because not everybody's perfect, and this is a perfect example of that. And he's got a really nice hair sculpt here. As you see, he brushes his hair over to the side. And I think that's really nice. He's got a little hair hanging over there, a little paint mishap. But I actually think that's cool because I don't like everything perfect. So his head comes down here and comes up to just about normal. He doesn't really have much tilt, a little bit. You know, hey, what are you talking about? Give me a little sass. He does rotate all the way around as he is on a joint there, ball joint. His arms got really nice cuts. He comes up that high, which is typical. And then, of course, turn it around if you want to reach higher. A lot of people don't know that. The elbows are amazing. I love this cut. You can get pretty deep with... Actually, it worked better before, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Duh. Look at his cut. That is perfect, man. I mean, there's only a couple figures in this line so far that got that, but I really like that. I like how they have the fabric over, too. He has his hand up, his little baggy clothing. Like, I think that's really nice, and that's on both arms as well. Just a very nice deep cut. As far as the hands go, he does have the articulation, the up and down, but it's very limited, which I do appreciate this sweater coming through and being folded like that, but it hinders it a little. Same thing with the other hand. Actually, I think this hand's got a lot more room, to be honest with you. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's just a different cut. That's all it is. Yeah. That's not too much to worry about, but as long as you can pose and hold on to the weapons, I think you should be fine. So his waist here has articulation. He does come forward this far. And he comes back even further than you want him to, which is nice. He does have that tilt, which is always great if you want him hanging out a vehicle or something, or shooting at someone. So you got that perfect rotation too, even if you want him looking sideways with this webbing here. So his legs, let's see, does he have a waist cut? Yes, he does have a waist cut here. Sorry, I almost missed that, guys. Which is very nice. His legs, as a bunch of these figures, is ridiculous. A lot of these figures don't have this much range. I don't know why this guy's got this much range, but I'm not going to complain. This is probably going to be the more perfect figure you're going to want to use for a custom, I would imagine. He does have double articulation in his knee, which is freaking awesome, dude. He has the boot cut, and he also has a toe cut for the boot, which is always nice in this line. Yeah, overall, I'm really happy about this figure. I think he was 1 or 2 per box. I only found the one, and then I started seeing them left and right at Walmart, but they disappear the next day, of course. I'm going to give you guys a little look over here. I want to say I really like these laces a lot, dude. I think they did a good job on the laces. The boots look really nice, look authentic. It's got, look at, they didn't just slap something on there. They did a little detail to it. Same with the boot. And that. And like he's got the pouches on the side here. And his butt. I'm not saying I like his butt. Just saying that's his butt. I like he has a canteen right here. And the pouch that's up here that matches, accessorizes with everything else, I should say. And the little buckle. Does this come off? I think this does, but I think it's going to be one of those where you're going to have to move the arms and pull it. Maybe down the legs or somehow, or disconnect from here. Yeah, I don't really see any definite... Yeah, I know some of these you can take off and remove them. That's a good look at his backside. Yeah, and I come around, he's got the little grenade there, which is nice that it's fixed, because if that would have been loose, that would have been a problem to lose. And I like the design on here for the holster. I think it looks really nice. Instead of just doing a cheap little one, they did a nice chunky one. I just wish it was a big enough size to hold the gun in. But he'll probably have the guns in his hand. His little buckles. Yeah, man. Very nice figure overall. If you guys could let me know in the comments if you're planning on getting this, I'd appreciate it. I do have the officer. I think I have, yeah, the Cobra officer and Duke, which is an older one. Those are the only 2 I have left. Otherwise, I'll be waiting for more. I did unfortunately lose a piece for Destro when I was filming because he had such tiny, which is, I really don't like that, but he had a tiny piece for the gun, the butt of the gun, and it went flying and I never found it. So now I got to hunt down another Destro because I really want to do his review. And I'm still putting off working on the Storm Shadow because he's got so many parts. I'm just terrified of losing these things. But I'm going to stop blabbing. I'm going to tell you guys to like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Lets me know what I'm doing is pretty much verified that you guys like what I do. But yeah, besides that, I'm going to see you guys again. I'll be working on probably, hopefully, Ahsoka if I can find her today. This is 6 o'clock in the morning. So again, you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Grunt, 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 grunt.